a little town. They were lost and never found. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, fallen leaves on the ground.
Okay, now the story in the Crazies is actually really good. I have to say, it's definitely different. It's not like a zombie movie like people are freaking comparing it to. It's like, oh, those are zombies. No, no, no. It's definitely different. It's very surprising how the story works into this. It's very much, I don't want to spoil much, but it's mostly the Crazies and the military. I don't want to tell you much about that, but yeah, you can kind of figure out what the military has to do with this kind of disease. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you much about the story because I'm terrible at telling stories. I'm just going to say it was very good, very interesting, and it really made me interested. I'll just say it right there. So overall, I really like the story. So let's go on to acting. Okay, the acting in the film overall was fantastic, I have to admit. Timothy Olyphant plays Sheriff David Dutton, and he's awesome in the role. I loved his character, and I always loved Timothy Olyphant over, overall, no homo. But yeah, he was fantastic in the role. Just like Kevin Smith called him, Timothy Olyphantastic. He is, you can really tell he always wants to be fantastic in his roles, even though sometimes he's not. A lot of times he is, and you can definitely tell he's definitely good in this role. Radha Mitchell plays his wife, Judy Dutton, I think. Yeah. Dr. Judy Dutton, I have to say that. Because she's a doctor in the film. She's good, too. She kicks some ass, too. She kills some crazies. Beats them over the head. Fucking curb stomp them. All that stuff. Well, she doesn't do that, but whatever. She gets samurai swords out and starts dueling. And it turns into a goddamn karate film. Yeah. Yeah, she breaks Timothy Olyphant's neck and just freaking starts wailing on Crazies. Like, "Oi, me child!" Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, she's good in the film. I don't even know where I got that from. Anyway, also, the last person to even mention in this is Joe Anderson, who plays the Deputy Russell, I think. Yeah, Deputy Russell, I'm pretty sure. He's fantastic in the role, but yeah, he's fantastic in the role. Let me just say that. He pretty much saves Timothy Olyphant in the movie about 15 times, I would say. And yeah, I really felt for his character, and the chemistry between those two and all three of them was actually fantastic. So yeah, those are the three main roles. There's also some supporting roles which aren't really that memorable, but they were actually good also. So let me just say that they were good supporting roles and really good main roles. So yeah, there we go. The acting's good. Woo! I'm finally done with the acting. I did this like 5 times. You don't believe. Okay, let's go on to let's do violence and then overall. Yeah, violence. Let's do that. Okay, now the violence in the film was actually really good. Now, it's not that kind of gory film where you see kind of like Wolfman that came out a couple weeks ago, where it's pretty much guts, heads being ripped off. No, it's not like that. This is more like, you'll see a lot of blood, mostly just blood, and sometimes you'll see, like, guts hanging out or something, and it definitely works. It makes you afraid of these crazies. You don't think it's gonna be Wolfman. I'm really afraid of Wolfman. If I ever saw the Wolfman, I'll be like, fucking kill me now. I ain't running. Screw it. Running ain't gonna work. Climbing a tree ain't gonna work. Digging ain't gonna work. I'll just lay my fat ass on the ground and say, screw it, and done. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, the Crazies definitely scared me, but not as much as the Wolfman. And the violence overall was great. I don't even know where I got that from. I'm like talking about violence, and then I bring Wolfman in here. See, I just like bring random stuff in here, but Wolfman and Crazies, very violent movies, let me just say that. And wow, February was such a great month for movies. And usually in the beginning of the year, movies aren't that great. In January, there were some really good ones too. There was Daybreakers, there was Book of Eli, there was there was Tooth Fairy, that was fantastic. Okay, those two at least. Lovely Bones was really good, and yeah, and February is even better. We had From Paris with Love, which was very fun. Wolfman, which was awesome. Shutter Island, which was fantastic. But here's the big question. Let me just go into overall. Do I like this more than Shutter Island? Because you're probably going, you really like this, I can tell. I love this film. It's a fantastic remake. Better than the Dawn of the Dead remake, I'll have to say so. Because I didn't love the Dawn of the Dead remake. I love the first one much more than the remake. But, wow, this remake is fantastic. I loved all the characters. I felt for all of them, and it was very scary overall. So I'm just gonna end it off by saying it's a fantastic movie. You have to go see it. The story is good. The acting's great. The scares are few and far between, to be honest, but when they're here, there's a lot. Okay? Well, it might be few and far between for me because I'm not a pussy like a lot of you guys are. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Whatever. I didn't mean that, by the way. Yeah, so let me just end this off by saying it's a fantastic movie. I love it, and I'm going to movie I like pie. Oh, by the way, what would I give this movie? I would give it a, if I have to look through my record book of scores and see, I gave 9.3 for Shutter Island, an 8.6 to Wolfman, and an 8 for From Paris with Love. If we average that out, yeah, I don't want to give it that score. That's too low. I'm going to give this a 9.2 out of 10 because I still like Shutter Island a little bit more. I'm going to give this a 9.2 out of 10. It matters on what I feel tomorrow, if that score is the same, but for now, it's just a little bit less than Shutter Island. But really, this is much more entertaining than Shutter Island, but Shutter Island had a great story. And I wouldn't say better acting, but yeah, definitely had a little bit better acting. A little bit. So overall, 9.2 out of 10. Go see the movie now. I don't know how Cop Out is, but if you're considering on seeing Cop Out or Crazies, I have to tell you, Crazies ain't a bad option, even if Cop Out's amazing, or if it's shit like I heard. So yeah. Anyway, thank you, and goodbye.